Yes, you heard that right. Me and Lathan is cool are gonna screen print for the first time. To be honest, we really didn't plan anything out, and we made our designs based off of just some photos that I took in my free time. And this lack of planning really screwed us over.
Now we have it.
We eventually ended up with these two concepts. So right off the bat, we ran out of printer ink after printing our very first design, but it's chill. Anyways, we spent a couple minutes fanning our designs and then getting the essentials. For example, mom's spaghetti, our print, and the materials that are displaying right now. Okay, on to the good stuff. So the first actual step to screen printing is to get a frame and apply emulsion. For our kit specifically, we had to mix liquid and powder to make the emulsion. Now anything after this step, you should absolutely not do, because our two dumbasses only watched 2 TikToks before this. It was cooked.
So that it looked like I was
Hey, that's
there.
green though.
After you mix your emulsion, you need to pour it onto the mesh frame and then evenly spread it across the frame. After spreading it across one side of the frame, you also have to flip the frame over and spread it across the other side as well. In my personal opinion, I think it's better to do the front side first and then the back side to reduce any spillage. Now, this is where everything goes bad. First, before the emulsion was fully dry, we stuck on the print and we put it over a UV light. Now, if you know anything about screen printing, you know that this basically cooked our entire process and we didn't even know yet. But we would find out very, very soon.
Yes, it's still wet. Yes, that's still wet. Yes, that's good. We like that.
Oh shit, wait, it's good. Yeah, let's just say it wasn't good. Wait, isn't it supposed to completely dry first?
No, this is supposed to wash out.
Oh, okay. Here I was, so close to getting it right. So, while we were washing the still wet emulsion, we realized that this little bit of water wasn't doing enough. So we needed to bring out the hose.
I don't know.
Alright, so where this attempt went wrong. So basically, because we didn't let the emulsion fully dry and put a graphic on the mesh prematurely, when it was time to wash it out, we washed out details of the actual graphic, which meant when we applied ink and put it on one of our pieces of clothing, let's just say the final result was not what we intended. So we cleaned up the garage, went bowling with some friends, and prepared ourselves to do more research and try again the very next day for attempt number 2. So, getting up early at 11 a.m. to continue this project, we got straight back to work. And this time, we learned a few things. The most important thing that we learned was that the emulsion needed to be fully dry before we applied the graphic. And we got more printer ink, which means we could do more graphics and more screen prints. But first, we gotta tear out this mesh. Finally putting the staple we're gonna use, we stapled on a new sheet of mesh and held it down with tape to prevent any spillage. Now from this point on, it's pretty simple. We just repeated the previous steps we did last time of applying the emulsion across both sides of the frame. And then, like the two geniuses that we are, we let it dry in the sun. And if you know anything at all about screen printing, you would know that we basically cooked ourselves in even less steps. But because we were Albert and Einstein, unbeknownst to us that we basically cooked ourselves, we put a graphic onto the emulsion and expected it to burn the design into the screen while it was sitting in the sun. And here is our live reaction to seeing absolutely nothing being burned into the emulsion.
It doesn't look like it did anything.
Yeah, no duh, genius. Of course it didn't do anything. Well, you know what they say, third time's the charm. And this time, we were gonna do it right. We got our emulsion remover and we slapped it onto the frame. Gave the screen printer a little shake, and then we were ready to reapply the emulsion. But we had to wait a couple minutes. So here's me cleaning some shoes. Okay, so here's how you actually screen print. It's actually pretty simple. The first step is to apply the emulsion to both sides of your frame. And then, here's the secret, you're gonna let it fully dry in a dark area, which is something that we didn't do any of the past 2 attempts.
We're almost done. It's almost there.
Okay, so after fully drying, you put your graphic onto the emulsion, and then you leave it in the sun for the emulsion to be exposed to the sunlight, and any part that's covered is gonna have the design burn onto it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Then you just hose it down with the hose. All the emulsion where the design is should wash off until it's transparent. And here is our final design. Now, after many failures, casualties, and a lot of spillage, we're ready to finally ink and do actual screen printing. We did our first screen print on this blank black waffle knit journal, thermal. And I gotta say, this one probably came out the clearest out of any of the screen prints that we did. Looks pretty good. We then went on to print on more clothing that I brought from my house, and then we got a little bit carried away. Well, here's the final result of the first version of this jacket. We did continue to modify this jacket, and I have photos of that on my Instagram.
Oh, wait.
Since we had extra time, we went to the thrift shop, got an extra frame, and made another design. But all in all, I gotta say that these designs did come out pretty okay. I mean, obviously there's some spillage and it's not perfect, but for a first timer, I gotta say I'm pretty proud of what me and Lathan have done. And here are the final designs being shown right now. And if you want to buy any, well, guess what, buddy? They're not for sale. But I just want to say that's been 2 morons. Try screen printing. And if you want to try screen printing, please do not make the same mistakes we did, or you too can lose out on over $100. Thank you for watching, and end video.